What's up, everybody? Tim the Collector here on a Saturday afternoon. Went to a little Honeyhole and did a little Longbox fishing. So I'm going to go over what I picked up. I was there for quite a while, and this place has probably got, I don't know, 30 long boxes and 8 to 12 short boxes probably, and everything's kind of mixed. I mean, there's no order to anything. So you really, truly are fishing. You're digging to try to find something in these boxes amongst the Excaliburs and the X-Forces of the world. A lot of just real oddball collections, but I did find some stuff that I thought was pretty cool, and I did find a couple of books that are really cool. I'm going to save those to the end. That was the whoa factor for me. I picked one particular book that I can't even believe it. When I pulled it out of the bin, I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I just picked this book up. It's crazy, and I will leave it at that. You will see shortly. So stick around to the end. So first up, we'll go like, I got a lot of number ones. This is a Fish Police #1. Probably not even worth $1. So, but it's kind of neat. Next up, we got a Wonder Woman, 277. That's probably, you know, maybe a $4 book. It's in decent shape. And then Wonder Woman 227. That one unfortunately's got some issues, so it's probably worth, you know, $2. Next one up, Ragman issue #1. That's, you know, it's not an old one, so it's a relaunch book. It's probably a couple bucks if I had to. I was guessing. Liberty #1. Some of these were just cool books that I hadn't seen before, so I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna scoop that up. And you know, that's probably $3-4 book. This one was pretty cool. I had this one as a kid, and it's also got Zatanna in it, so it's pretty cool. I don't think it's probably worth a whole lot. I think when I looked on online, in that condition, it's about $5. These next ones are also $5. I got 2 of these, worth $5 anyway, from what I'm seeing as far as what they're selling for or have sold for on eBay. Hardware #1. It's got the #1, the 4-panel giant 16-panel mural, exclusive cover poster, trading card from Skybox. Next up, I thought this would have been worth something, but it's not. It's like $1. Black Axe #1. It's not anything. This next one, I picked it up because it's a cool cover and it's pure speculation that maybe they'll do something with this, but I don't know. Doom 2099. That's just a cool looking book. I really think that's a cool looking book, so I scooped that up. Next up, Spectacular Spider-Man 148. Yeah, it's about a $4 book. Now we're starting to get into some of the stuff that, well, no, not quite yet. We're not quite there yet. I got a couple more kind of stinkers, but I thought they were neat and worth picking up for maybe future consideration. This next one, yeah, it's not really worth anything. X-O Manowar 0, but I always look at that book. I love that cover. I always want to pick it up, and so these things were half off, so I got that for 50 cents. You know, you can't beat that. What are you gonna do? All right, Freaks of Nature #1. I don't know anything about that book, but I grabbed it. It's kind of a junky book. We'll leave it at that. I think it's I think I saw one sell for like $4 or $5. Something like that. Adventures of BOC. I don't know. It's another #1, so I scooped it up. Just Invasion Comics. I wasn't really familiar with them, so I pick it up, check it out. The Prowler #1. So, you know, a lot of these are worth, you know, a couple bucks, $5. This one's probably, you know, $3. Not great. Not great. Not great. Next up, I got 2 copies of Alpha Flight 32. I picked up like 5 copies of this book in the last 2 weeks. It's weird. The Vindicator, its first appearance. So this shows up on Key Comic Collector app, and but it's not pulling a lot. If you look at what it's selling for, it's still selling pretty low. So if you need that one to fill out a run, I'd say go grab it. They're out there in the wild and they're cheap. So I'm gonna set these aside. And so I got a grab bag too. I'll show you that because it's kind of comical. But all in all, I spent $43. The grab bag was $5. You know, so $38 I spent on all these books. Which, no, not 38. Sorry. Yeah, $38 I think it was, or somewhere thereabouts. First book I find, New Mutants 18, and I was like, all right, that's, you know, $8-10 book probably. It's in really nice shape. So score. I was like, nice. And then, you know, I come across Batman Year Zero. And you know, that's depending on, it could be 4 or 5. You know, I've seen them as high as 8, 10. It just depends on if someone's looking for that book, it seems like. So, and then last but not least, still in the poly bag, I found a Batman Arkham Knight #1. So, that's crazy. It's the GameStop exclusive, bagged, poly bagged, and boarded. So, now this, that obviously this one was going for like $80 at one point. I've seen it sell in the last month though, still for $40 to $50. It is coming down, which I think I could throw it up, buy it now for $40, and I could probably get $40 for it. So that book basically paid for everything I got today. It was awesome to find this book in a long box. I pulled it up. I was just like, I cannot believe I just pulled this book. It was such a cool feeling. So it's one of the cooler books I've pulled fishing in long boxes. So I thought I would share that. I thought that was pretty cool. And then they had a special 25 comics. Originally it's $8, this was $5 grab bag. So I've done a couple grab bags just to see if anything's worth anything, if it's worth doing, if you should do it. And you know, I'll say this, I got $5 out of it. I mean, I got $5 out of it. But these books really suck. A lot of these books are really bad. Coyote #4. Moonshadow #11. This one's kind of cool. I always look at this. I'll probably read this one. Ghost Rider, Carnival of Death, Part 1 and 2. I'll have to find Part 2. But I always look at that one. Another Ghost Rider #4. I don't know. We got some goofy ones in here too. This one actually might be worth a few bucks. I don't know. It's hard for me to find. Cerebus Jam #1. It's #1, I guess. You know. Avengers West Coast #63. It's pretty beat. It's a pretty beat up book. Rise of the Midnight Suns #1. Not in the poly bag, so maybe I'll go back and pick all those up, not in the poly bag, and actually read them, because I've got like 6 sets and they're all in the poly bags. Egg Zombie #4. That looked like it might have been worth a couple bucks as well. This, the person who had it was nice enough to write a little ditty. 1983 test issue DC sampler given out at a convention. A sampler is a sample of what DC Comics have to offer. This is the first ever DC sampler and perhaps only one ever to be printed. No. No, it's not. There was 2 more right after that, as a matter of fact. And I guess what they do now is also considered a sampler, right? So it's but I guess whatever. It's in a poly bag. I like the note. I'm gonna leave a note on it. It's just it's funny to me. It's kind of cool. So they took care of it. Whatever, right? Boof. I think it's a number 1. I think. So I don't know. I'll probably check that out just to see what it is. I don't know. Darkhawk 29. They have a ton of Darkhawk here where I go. If any of those Darkhawks are worth anything, let me know, because I couldn't find a number 1 to save my life, but every other number's there. Thriller number 2. That looks like it might be worth a couple bucks. Voodoo number 10 of the New 52. You know, it's a neat cover. It's a neat cover. Thunderbolt number 10. Meh. Men of War number 5. I've seen that go for a few dollars here or there. Conan Zero from Dark Horse. It's worth $2. Maybe $1. Stormwatch number 1. I'll read that one. You know, they have a bunch of Stormwatch there too, so maybe I'll go on a run there. I don't know. And then I got, this kind of sucks though, they gave me Starstruck 3, 4, and 6. Like, who wants those? Sherlock the Great Game. I don't know, number 2 from Titan Comics. I don't imagine that'll ever get opened, by me anyway. Grim Jack, number 13. Number 13. Yay. Voice in the Dark, number 1 from Image. That kind of looks like a neat one, so I'll probably read that, and maybe it's something I'll pick up. But it's a Top Cow Image book, I guess. So, I don't know. This one's funny. Skate Man, issue 1 by Neil Adams. So weird. And then last but not least, Cyber Force number 1. So 25 books, $5. A couple of them are probably worth more than $1. So again, a grab bag for $5. It's fine. There's a couple things in there I wouldn't know otherwise that now I might read, so get what you pay for, folks. But overall, pretty big success. I'd say I pulled about $125 worth of books for less than 40 all total, so not a bad day. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye now.